So, a lot of problems can be solved by taking a simple vitamin D3 supplement. A lot of people don't get enough sun. And some people might actually go out in the sun, but they go at inadequate times, or for some reason their body just does not absorb enough sun when they're actually out there, even if they are out there for an adequate amount of time at the right time when the sun is at its peak. Obviously, some people are so desensitized from their natural environment that they can't handle sun without sunblock. Now, these people just need to adapt. Sunblock is obviously much worse for you than the sun, but most people are brainwashed, and it's unfortunate. So, at a baseline, even if you are going out in the sun, there's very little harm, despite what some people might try to tell you. There's all sorts of conspiracies going on, conspiracy theories surrounding vitamin D, but essentially, as long as you're taking a vitamin D3 supplement, very little harm can be done from supplementing with it for a short amount of time, on and off, especially when you know you need it, which would be around winter time. Winter, fall, and autumn, most likely, depending on where you live, but especially winter time. Vitamin D3, not vitamin D2. Okay, vitamin D3, not whole milk that's supplemented with vitamin D, not fat-free milk that's supplemented with vitamin D. Okay, not these supplemental foods. I'm talking actual isolated vitamin D3. It's very challenging to get enough vitamin D3 through foods, whether they're supplemental foods or natural. This is one of the main instances where an isolated supplement is very important. I'm not against isolated supplements or even pharmaceutical drugs or surgery in general. There's a time and place for all of these things. Vitamin D3 is something that most people are deficient in. It's also a root cause of a lot of people's illnesses, okay? Especially hormonal related illnesses such as cancer of the endocrine system, no matter where it is, even thyroid cancer. It's a root cause, not the root cause. It's a contributing factor, a very significant one at that. It's a huge, huge, huge factor for why a lot of men are low on testosterone. And I've seen this with family members and observed it in friends, and I've read many stories about it, but I know it's true because I've seen it with my family. At first, if you're not very selective with your doctor and don't know how to pick a good doctor, the doctor won't even catch a vitamin D deficiency until you develop low testosterone, high blood pressure, arteriosclerosis, or a bone issue, weak bones and whatnot. And you'll get an issue like this and the doctor still won't know it's vitamin D for some reason. Does he not know, or does he just not tell you? I don't know. But it's very common for men to get low testosterone. Their doctor puts them on testosterone replacement therapy, and then, like, somewhere down the road, the patient goes to a different doctor or a different specialist, especially one of these new male health clinics that come out. These are very helpful, and I've seen a lot of success for some people going to these clinics instead of general physicians. But they switch physicians, and all of a sudden, they get on. The doctor keeps them on testosterone replacement therapy, but notices, hey, because they ran a full vitamin panel, and they realize, hey, you're extremely low in vitamin D. And oftentimes are also low in zinc and other key nutrients. So the doctor then gives them vitamin D supplements, oral or intravenous, depending on the circumstance, but usually oral. And the person, depending on the doctor's knowledge, starts on vitamin D, sometimes inadequate dosages, other times adequate, and sometimes overkill. And they get better. Usually they stay on testosterone replacement therapy and never get off of it, even though the root cause was more than likely vitamin D deficiency, or a combination of many other deficiencies. So this is a very common problem that most people are not aware of. There's no harm in taking vitamin D supplements, depending on, obviously, talk to your doctor first, especially if you're on other medications or have health conditions. But vitamin D3, the adequate dosage is about 5,000 IUs, just as a rule of thumb. Okay, if you have a deficiency, 10,000 IUs a day or 20,000 IUs every few days. Obviously, if you're diagnosed with low testosterone, you should definitely talk to your doctor about getting a vitamin D panel, and if he tells you no and will not do it for you, you need another doctor, because this doctor is obviously not operating to your best interests, okay? It's just ridiculous. And you should work with a doctor, a medical doctor, and have frequent testing of your vitamin D levels. And if 10,000 IUs are not bringing your vitamin D levels up, go for 20,000 IUs. And from there, obviously, you know where to go. But for the general population, especially if you're not really sure, or if you just don't have any symptoms such as anxiety, depression, bone issues, calcium absorption issues such as high blood pressure, gout, hardening of the arteries, calcification in various parts of the body, etc. Insomnia is another one. Low energy, low sex drive, low libido, performance deficits in the gym, and an overall lack of virility. Also, magnesium absorption issues and symptoms of magnesium and calcium deficiency. These are all interconnected with vitamin D. For a deeper explanation, I have a video on magnesium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2 and how they all work together. Although, of course, that was quite a while ago and my information is probably updated. But go check that video out if you have not already to get a deeper scoop into just how important vitamin D is in calcium and magnesium balance. Another thing is sodium. See, it's very deep. Too much sodium depletes the body of calcium, and vice versa. Not enough vitamin D depletes the body of calcium, or furthermore prevents the proper absorption of calcium. Magnesium is required for calcium absorption. And some people say vitamin K2 is responsible, not K1, not vitamin K, but vitamin K2. Some people say is responsible for transporting calcium to the places where it's supposed to go. So a lack of vitamin K2, some people theorize, can be responsible for calcium being deposited in the wrong areas. Vitamin D3 is a hormone. It's not necessarily a vitamin, it is a hormone. And it's usually produced through reactions of cholesterol, sunlight, and your skin. So that's a basic outline of vitamin D3. If you like this video, like the video, comment, and subscribe for all the amazing information that I have on all sorts of subjects of psychology, philosophy, supplementation, holistic health, healing, reversing the disease, and nutrition. Have a great day.